I wanted to talk about a very simple, but I think powerful idea to help us think about how to help others and also about the kind of work that you do. And it's a concept called capitalization. And it was, as far as I know, invented by a very brilliant scientist named James Flynn. And it's used to describe human potential. It's used to describe the idea of what percentage of people, of human potential in a given community is successfully capitalized. In other words, what percentage of people who are capable of achieving something actually end up achieving that thing. Why is this discussion of capitalization so important? Well, I think there's a number of reasons, but the first is I think that when we look at individuals or groups who achieve something, we have a tendency to interpret their achievement in terms of their talent, in terms of their innate ability, and we don't think about their achievements in terms of their capitalization. Right? We don't think about the effect of economics or stupidity or attitudes on achievement. We tend to think about things just in terms of this of innate ability. But in fact, using the capitalization mindset is a far better way of understanding why great achievements happen. You know, I'm a runner, and for years as a kid, I was, of course, like all runners, completely would marvel and obsess over the extraordinary success of Kenyan distance runners. Right? The Kenyans completely dominate distance running and have done so for 20 years to a level that's absolutely unbelievable. You know, in a given year, there might be 15 of the top 25 times in the 10,000 meters might be all Kenyans, right? Tiny little country in East Africa. And the easy, common explanation for that is to say, well, they must have some kind of innate advantage over the rest of us. There must be some genetic thing going on with Kenyans that makes them run faster than the rest of us, right? That's what we all say, and we don't think twice about it. What about capitalization now? I read an article recently from which quoted Alberto Salazar, the great American marathoner, who pointed out that in the country of Kenya, a place with a population about the size of California, there are 1 million 12 to 17-year-old boys who run between 10 and 12 miles a day. That is an extraordinary number, right? An absolutely incredible number. And what that says is that Kenya has done an extraordinary job of transmitting this very beautiful notion to their population, which is that if we are willing as a community to go out there and work and run day in, day out, we can achieve extraordinary things. Nothing to do with innate ability, nothing to do with some special gene. It has to do with getting 1 million kids to wake up every morning at 6 o'clock and go and run 10 or 12 miles. Now, what's our capitalization when it comes to distance running? Well, we know that our capitalization when it comes to football, something that we're obsessed with, may be as low as 16%, right? What does it suggest our cap rate is for distance running? Is it 1%? Is it 0.5%? Are there more than 10,000 kids, if that, in our country who get up every morning and run 10 to 12 miles a day? Right? When you understand the idea of capitalization, you have an insight into why that extraordinary achievement happens. Now, there's a reason I brought up this discussion of capitalization today in this room, because I thought it would be a concept that was very familiar to all of you. Because think about those 3 barriers to capitalization again: logistical, economic, and attitudinal, right? I think that they're very familiar to all of you, and they are because they are ideas that lie behind the work that much of you do. What's the business model of Salesforce.com, right? It's a capitalization model. It says that we can use the internet to bring, to allow people to lift barriers, economic and logistical barriers, to allow people in various parts of the world to engage in meaningful work, right? It says that we can use this wonderful thing called the internet to build a tool that allows somebody in the farthest corner of southern India to engage in work as meaningful as someone in San Jose. All of you are in the capitalization business. You have been working with this beautiful model that shows us how we can unleash human potential.